Hi there, football fans, and welcome to Transfermarkt TV International. My name is Trevor Evans, bringing the latest news, rumours and statistics from across the world of football. And we're starting with a confirmed transfer. Weston McKennie has done enough to convince Juventus to make it a permanent deal from Schalke. The 22-year-old US international central midfielder was signed on loan from Schalke with the option to buy. And he has shone this season with 4 goals in 21 Serie A games and convinced the old lady to make it permanent. The bargain sign of €18.5 million with a further 6.5 million in add-ons would easily cost more than this in the open market. He becomes the 5th most expensive signing from Bundesliga in history. After breaking English hearts by declaring his allegiance to Die Mannschaft, he has now committed his future to Bayern Munich, removing any doubts surrounding his future on both fronts. A number of Premier League clubs were hoping, but all hopes are now dashed. The 18-year-old has signed a deal that would keep him at the Allianz Arena for the next 5 years at least. His basic pay is reported to be €115,000 per week, with performance-related bonuses on top. That's an insane amount of money to start your career with, but obviously the Bayern board believe he's worth the investment. He has a current market value of €24 million on a significant upward trend, and he's already settled into the first team life, scoring 4 in 670 minutes of Bundesliga and Champions League action. Gigi Buffon is already the record holder for the most Serie A appearances, and at the ripe old age of 43, he sees no reason why he can't keep adding to his tally. In a recent interview, Buffon suggested that he could extend his current contract by a maximum of 2023. If he signs an extension until 2023, he would be 45 years of age and would also become the oldest player in Serie A history. He is already loved and respected by most football fans around the world, so long may he continue to play, and at the highest level. This season he's played 10 games, keeping 6 clean sheets. Whilst coronavirus is still impacting day-to-day life, extensive measures are being taken at times in the world of football to keep the show going. The previous legs of the Champions League saw a number of games hosted in Budapest and Bucharest. With some relaxation of the rules, it will see Man City host Borussia Mönchengladbach at the Etihad, but Liverpool will be required to host Leipzig in Budapest due to different regional rules in Germany. Reds fans will be hoping it doesn't impact their chances of progressing, as they have little else to play for this season. Dean Henderson has been biding his time since his return to Old Trafford from his successful loan spells at Sheffield United, and he's been unable to dethrone David De Gea so far. However, he now has 6 games to make or break his United career, whilst De Gea returns to Spain for the birth of his first child. The 23-year-old one-cap international will be hoping to prove that he can be the number 1 keeper going forward, and if not, will seek first-team football elsewhere next season. So far this season, he's made 14 appearances for the Red Devils, with 9 clean sheets and conceding 9 in total. Good luck to him. De Gea is a quality keeper and will take some doing to displace him. The Hornets have completed the signing of 88-cap former Colombian international Carlos Sanchez on a free transfer. The 35-year-old central midfielder may be familiar to Aston Villa and West Ham fans, for whom he played 56 and 17 times respectively. Watford currently sit 3rd in the Championship and will be happy to add a quality option to their squad in their push for automatic promotion, even as a squad player. To rely on his experience as the games come thick and fast and the legs of the first team regulars get tired. Sanchez is by no means a goal scorer, with just 1 in his previous 61 Premier League games. Now we turn our attention to Barcelona, and it's the presidential election this weekend, this Sunday even, where they will announce and elect their president for the next campaign. And it's going to be very, very close and tight, and Joan Laporta has insisted that Messi would leave if he didn't win. He apparently has a close relationship with Messi, but is this really likely to be a factor into his decision to stay? He's previously challenged the hierarchy and suggested that there is no project, so perhaps there is something to this after all. Whoever comes in has a huge task at hand, as Barcelona are a club in trouble both on and off the pitch, with the Messi dilemma also needing a resolution one way or another. One player who is on his way to Barcelona from City. Aguero's also been linked, of course, is Eric Garcia. The 20-year-old Spanish international centre-back will leave Manchester City on a free transfer, much to the dismay of Guardiola and his team. Tipped for a big future, but has a very difficult task ahead of him at the Etihad should he stay in knocking John Stones, Dias, Laporte, Ake out of the first team. Barcelona is Garcia's boyhood club, and he spent 9 years there at La Masia Academy before moving to Manchester in 2017, and he's expected to walk into the first team next season. Someone who could be on his way from Spain to Manchester is Rafael Varan. His contract is due to expire in 2022, so Madrid want him to sign a new contract now. However, he's unwilling to. Real Madrid bosses are keen to cash in this summer. Varan currently has a market value of 70 million euros. Manchester United have been linked with Varan over the years and could be ready to pounce if the opportunity presents itself. Varan has won everything: 4 Champions League with Madrid and the World Cup with France, and a new challenge in the Premier League may be tempting. Someone who is finding himself surplus to requirements at Manchester City again is Benjamin Mendy. He briefly broke back into the team last season, but he's managed just 1,000 minutes of game time this season. Signed from Monaco in 2017 for 57 million euros, the citizens could be tempted to recoup some of that cash to reinvest in a new striker, with Paris Saint-Germain tempted and keen to bring him to Ligue 1, where he excelled with Marseille and Monaco earlier in his career. The 26-year-old French international fullback will be frustrated with the situation himself and keen to get game time to secure his place in the highly competitive national squad for the upcoming Euros and World Cup. It was over 1 year ago that Manchester United sold Lukaku to Inter Milan, but it appears as if it could be the catalyst that helps them secure the signing of either Skriniar or Martinez. Reports indicate that Inter have missed a payment to United and are therefore in a debt of 50 million euros to the Red Devils. However, United are willing to use this debt to secure the signing of one of their 2 targets, with either being a great coup for them. Not good news for Chelsea fans, but perhaps not the end of the saga either. Haaland has announced that there are only 6 clubs that he would consider joining, and Chelsea are not on the list. The 20-year-old Norwegian international superstar has been on fire the last few seasons and is being targeted by the big guns this summer, despite Dortmund likely to be commanding a huge fee for their man. So far this season, he's got 27 goals in 27 games and a further 8 assists, and is just getting started in the team, it would seem. With Liverpool currently going through a blip, that's 5 home losses in a row, there has been plenty of speculation around Jurgen Klopp's future at Anfield. Rightfully or wrongly so, but that's football. Gerrard is being lined up to replace Klopp should he decide to leave, but Klopp has reiterated that his current Liverpool contract runs until 2024 and he has no intention of leaving earlier. This is also being muddled with the possibility of Jogi Löw stepping aside as Germany manager after the next World Cup, and Klopp is top of the list and favourite to replace him. Could it be another talented youngster that Chelsea have overlooked? Tariq Lamptey was allowed to move to Brighton for 3.3 million euros in early 2020, which at the time would have been hailed as a good deal for the Blues considering he was nowhere near the first team. But since getting game time with the Seagulls, Lamptey has excelled and attracted interest from as far afield as Bayern Munich. However, a more realistic destination is across London with Arsenal as they seek a replacement for Hector Bellerin, who's a possible leaver to Paris Saint-Germain. Lamptey has a current market value of 18 million euros, but Brighton and Hove Albion would be well within their rights to command a higher fee than this. His current contract runs till 2025, and the 20-year-old seems happy with the situation on the south coast. Currently injured, but he played all 11 games when available, notching 3 assists and 1 goal. We all love a bit of football romance, and Ashley Young could be on the verge of returning to his boyhood club, Watford, after a glittering career of playing for Manchester United and Inter Milan. Currently on his Inter Milan project and vying for the championship in Serie A this year, when his contract runs out this summer, he's free to return home. The former England international has resurrected his career in Italy after seeming to be past it at Old Trafford. With Watford closing in on a return to the Premier League next season, it'd be a great chance for Young to see if he can still cut it at the top. Ademola Lookman was in a bit of a rut during his time at Leipzig. His loan move to Fulham was a welcome opportunity, and he has seized it. He's a star performer for the relegation-threatened Londoners with 4 goals and 3 assists this season. It's helped increase his market value to Leipzig's benefit, as they will be keen to sell in the summer when he returns to recoup the huge outlay of €80 million they paid for Everton in 2019. And it seems there are a number of clubs already inquiring. 24-year-old attacking midfielder Claudinho has been ripping it up in Brazil recently, taking home 4 individual awards along with best player and top scorer from last season. He's the current captain of Red Bull Bragantino, and he could be following the corporate partner's path to Leipzig as per Salzburg typically. Last season he scored 18 and assisted 6 in 35 games. Claudinho was only signed for €500,000 in 2019, but has seen an explosion in his market value to €8.5 million recently. Now, last week we took the top 11 a slightly different direction with those born after 2000. This time we're looking at those over the age of 35, and there's some absolute bangers in there, golden oldies, and we're starting in goal with Inter Milan's Handanovich. At 36, he's still a first-team regular. Into the middle, Thiago Silva, injured at the moment, but still a quality addition to Chelsea's ranks, with Koscielny partnering him from Bordeaux. Jesus Navas and Kolarov on the wings. Fast, speedy, strong fullbacks, but still plugging along at the ripe old age of 35. In the middle, Fernandinho, contract due to expire this summer, but keeps getting extended because the value he brings to the team is obviously obvious. Luka Modric, Ballon d'Or winner, absolute legend, Real Madrid, still playing every game at the ripe old age of 35. And James Milner, bit of a squad player for Liverpool these days, but still an important piece of the puzzle. David Silva, Real Sociedad, just behind the strikers, and what a pair. Cristiano Ronaldo, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, 36 and 39 years old, and the current top scorers in Serie A this season. Just shows age is just a number, and the length of the football players' careers is extending, and these guys are all performing in the Champions League or in the top European leagues around the world. Now, looking at that 11, Cristiano Ronaldo is the shining light there with a huge market value even at the ripe old age of 36. But he's also achieved something else this week. He has scored 20 goals per season for the last 13 seasons across 3 different clubs. Quite a phenomenal achievement. He's not the only one to have done this to a lesser scale, and we're starting 5th in the list. Luca Toni has scored 20 goals 5 times for 4 different clubs, which is quite the feat. Sergio Aguero scored 20 goals per season 7 times for 2 different clubs, Atletico Madrid being the other one. Robert Lewandowski, goal machine, he's still scoring 20 plus, and he's done it 9 times since the turn of the millennium. Other team being Dortmund, of course. Lionel Messi, one-man club, 12 times he scored 20 goals or more over at Nou Camp. And Cristiano Ronaldo, 13 times, just one more time than Messi, so maybe Messi can catch up, but he's done it for 3 clubs across 3 different top European leagues. So, lots of goals amongst these guys, and there's not many still able to cut it, but Lewandowski has a few years to catch up with Messi and Ronaldo in this sense. Okay, that's all we have for you this week, guys, but have a great weekend. Tune into the Manchester Derby, of course, and keep an eye out for Barcelona's presidential election on Sunday. So, likes, comments, shares below. Take it easy and see you soon. Bye-bye.